Hey guys, Altkoin over here. So we talked about Sam Bankman-Fried. He got 25 years in prison now. His sentencing was today, but the key is his lack of remorse. This guy was very weird anyway, with his comments on Twitter, what he was saying about, he didn't think he did anything wrong, things like that. I mean, he said this himself, so it's very strange, of course. After you spent millions of dollars in lawyers' fees and you bought multi-million-dollar houses in the Bahamas for your parents with funds that you know that you didn't make. So, of course, his behavior is very strange, and comments from his parents, I'm sure, didn't help either. They said he didn't have, certain cues. He couldn't read cues from, in a social sense, not reading, but he couldn't read cues from a social sense. So then why was he a CEO of a, basically a crypto fund, which has, of course, a lot of implications with technology and people's monies, which is finance, so tech and finance. So if you can't handle these cues, why would you be in that position? Or why would you even want to be in that position? Because, you need to read through the lines of a lot of things. He obviously feels that he didn't do anything wrong. And if he sticks with that story, that's what he stuck with. So that's what the judge said, His reason was lack of remorse. So and even that was low because the Department of Justice was already aiming for 40, 50 years. So, and he could have gotten up to 110 years. So I'm really interested in what you guys think. I know not everyone's in finance, so not everyone's so deep into this thought process of, Sam Bankman-Fried, crypto, money laundering is what they call it. But what do you guys really think about him? Because I think this goes much deeper than finance, in my personal opinion. Even though I love the finance part, I think this goes, these unscrupulous CEOs who just think they can do whatever they want. And I think it goes to that point. And I hope that everyone sees that point of view. You can't just do whatever you want. And even if it's not about money, you cannot play with people's lives. So I think should be a key point as well. But I know it all comes down to money, and the investors are still waiting for their monies back, which I think is unfair. And of course, what's coming next, guys? The appeal. So they're going to appeal this. They're still going to try to get their 5 or 6 years, which is what they requested. And it may take them years to do the appeal and get a lower sentence. And I think he will because, in my opinion, there's billions of dollars missing and unaccounted for, especially with crypto coins. And even if you just look from last year to this year, the change in crypto was huge, of course, a couple 100%. So, if you made billions, right, and I'm not exaggerating, right, from a couple thousand Bitcoins, so then you would have billions to play with, and that could get you a lot of favors, and that could bring in a resentencing with, a couple of favors. So I think he's going to get a lesser sentence in the future. Not now, he's just got a sentence, but I think he will get a lesser sentence. So we'll see that. But what's coming up next, guys, is Binance. That's coming up very soon too. So all of these things are interesting. You have to relate these things together because they were all in this Wild West period, I would say, with the crypto. There were regulations, of course, in finance, but they thought, that doesn't apply to me. Of course it applied to them, it's finance. So, of course there's compliance you have to follow. So it's pretty ridiculous, even those comments. And I know Binance was involved in, what crypto was used for. So they're even saying drug cartels and terrorists and things like that. So that's the bonus for you guys. Binance is next. And, the ex-CEO of Binance is in deep trouble. He thought he was just going to go back to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and be fine. And he was wrong. So they kept him here. And, well, yeah, that was a mistake. He thought he was clear. He thought he was going to do a plea deal, whatever, and go back. But he was very wrong about that. So we'll see about that next. Let me know what you guys think. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you so much.